Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Virtual Learning Festival. We are very excited. I'm Ignatius. I'm from the business school at MDIS. And as the head of school, I'd like to welcome all participants this afternoon to our Virtual Learning Festival. This is the session where we like to just term it very simply the business school talks. Okay, and in this afternoon, I'm going to share with everyone what you can expect if you were to join the MDIS Business School. Most definitely the programs that you can consider and also sign up with. We also have two very special partners and guests, okay, of MDIS, and I'll introduce you all to them later because Dr. Watson and Ms. Karen Wharton will have a segment of their own. Okay, right? A very good afternoon, really, to every a single participant of ours, and really a very big welcome. You know, the business school in MDIS is by far one of the largest business schools in the private education sphere in Singapore. Okay, why I say that is not only in terms of student numbers, but really the programs that we offer covers the full range, I would say, of functional areas that we may find ourselves in our careers in any business organization and company. Okay, right? I'd like to just mention that during this session, you can always just jump in and ask a question, okay? Right? If not, then there's the chat function on Zoom whereby you can put your questions there and we'll definitely get your questions answered. Okay, back to what I was saying. Whether you want to take accounting, whether you want to take marketing, if you are in the area of human resource, okay, or even just general management, there is a program for you. Okay, and that is why I say that we are very confident to highlight that the MDIS Business School is one of the largest school for business programs. All right. You know, this slide really would encapsulate many of the things that I want to just share with everyone. You know, I think at the end of the day, when we take a educational program, we are talking about credibility, okay, and being able to rely on that degree, okay, when you graduate, or it could be a diploma as well, okay, right? And MDIS Business School is very proud that whatever that we put out now will be relevant to what you intend to use that certificate for, okay? Meaning that the skills that you learn, the knowledge that you gain will help in your career journey in the future and allow you to do the work well, okay, as you embark on your career. That's very important. I think being relevant is very important. And the other thing is really, I think we make our programs very rewarding too. And later on, you will meet one of my students, and he would share with you his learning experience. And I think from there, you would see that if you come to MDIS, you will get a rewarding educational experience, okay? Right? We have a program all the way from diploma right up to even a doctorate level. Okay, and later on, I will share with you a chart that shows you how you can progress from one level to the next. Okay, I think what I want to also highlight is, very importantly, is certainly the duration of our programs, our educational programs that we take as a student. Why? Is because time is a premium for all of us. Whether you are a young student, okay, or you are a working professional embarking on an educational program, right? Time is always a premium. And at MDIS, we have calibrated our program such that we look at the curriculum, okay? We look at the skills that you require in order to work in that area that you want to be in, and we come up with modules in a program which is going to give you that relevant knowledge and skills. But at the same time, bearing in mind that the time being a premium, we have tailored our program such that you will finish the modules, okay, in a comfortable time, right? At the same time, learn what you require, okay, and be able to fit that whole educational program duration into your own personal schedule, right? So just to give you an idea, Nicholas, and at this point, I will just introduce Nicholas. Nicholas being our student. Nicholas, you want to put on your mic and just say hello to everyone?
Hi, everyone.
Nicholas completed his diploma with us, International Foundation Diploma, okay, to diploma in 1 year, 1 month, okay, right? And that allowed him to join University of Sunderland's Business and Management program that required him to complete it in 1 year and 6 months. All right, so in 2 years and 7 months, Nicholas has graduated with a degree. And I think that that's fantastic because he can now go on to decide whether he wants to do his master's or not. Okay, so in a while I'll bring on Nicholas. Okay, so just to tell you that we are able to give you an educational program that is useful in a very a reasonable amount of time. And why we are able to do that is because we work on a term basis. Okay, right? And that term basis allows you to study modules over 12 weeks and then go on to another set of modules. Okay, right? We also have a very vibrant business club. Through Nicholas, later on you would hear about the activities that come out of this business club. That is going to be useful, whereby we can see what was taught in class, okay, being applied in the industry. Not only that, but really it gives us that networking opportunity. And I think very importantly, also soft skills are developed. Okay, soft skills like communication skills, okay, how you network with people, and how you work in teams and so forth. And I cannot always stop highlighting the fact that we have a very caring set of lecturers that go the extra mile to ensure that you learn well. All right, okay. This is just some of the, I guess, endorsements of the business school of what we have done in the past. So in 2018, we were awarded the best business program provider, and so we are really proud of that. Okay, but all is possible because I think that we have a strong administrative team that will support our lecturers who are knowledgeable. Okay, and I think also equally important are yourselves as students, okay, all playing a role in order to make the business school what it is today at MDIS. This student of ours, she did a University of Sunderland MBA. She says that she's from that program, she now knows about global business, okay, how it operates, and it has helped me to develop skills. And I think very importantly, like she says here, critical thinking skills, okay. Critical thinking is so important, most definitely at the master level, because critical thinking will allow us to look at things from different perspectives and come up with the best solution to any issues, okay, or business challenges that we face, okay, right? At this juncture, I want to just call on Nicholas. Nicholas?
Okay, yes.
Okay, Nicholas, hi. Nicholas, I've introduced you briefly. Can you just maybe tell us where are you now, okay, location-wise, and just for our participants and those tuning in, in order to know you a little bit better, maybe tell us, you know, what you did at MDIS, Ken?
Yeah, I can. So, okay, I'll introduce myself first. My name is Nicholas Brian.
Hey, hello.
Right now, I was actually in Indonesia, specifically in Jakarta already. So I've actually just graduated from the MDIS Sunderland University.
MDIS VLF 2020.
Yes.
Sorry, Niraj. Sorry, Niraj. Thanks a lot, Niraj. I know you mentioned something, but maybe we'll let Nicholas just finish his introduction, please. Thank you. Okay, go on, Nicholas.
And well, taking choosing MDIS to learn business management is actually a right choice to me, lah, basically. Because to be honest, as I saw from the beginning, MDIS is actually one of the best business school. I mean, like it was actually the top, one of the top business school in the world. And spending about 2 years in MDIS is actually, I do learn a lot of things from there. So first of all, in MDIS, uh, we do learn a lot of things, especially improving our business communication skills, as well as developing our business views, how to operate and manage our business successfully, and many other things. So it's actually a quite uh, it's a quite good thing for us to learn, lah.
Nice, nice, Nicholas. Maybe if you can share with us what you thought about your lecturers.
Yeah.
Okay, you spent 2 years, 7 months, right, in MDIS. Yeah.
Uh, in MDS, most of the lecture is actually very good, lah, and they're actually very well knowledge. So every time if any students are asking some question or to them, they're actually able to answer our question very good.
Okay, fantastic. So we have very qualified and experienced lecturers. I think I'd like to just emphasize that, which is why our students graduate with a degree, okay, that they really benefits them. 80% of our graduates find a job within 6 months. 6 months is the benchmark that all higher educational institutes use as a gauge to look at employment of their graduates, okay? Right, so 80% is high. The other 20% go on to do their own business. Okay, right. At this point, Nicholas, I like to still ask a couple of questions.
Yes.
How was the learning environment like in MDIS? The classrooms come with projectors, and of course, I think in weather like Singapore, they're all air conditioned, right?
Yeah. So, well, talking about the learning experience there in MDS. So if you're talking about the facilities in MDS, like the projectors, classroom, and other things, it's actually very good. I feel that it was actually, really enjoyable learning in MDIS classroom. Yeah, it's all very neat, clean. So that's why it was very comfortable for me to study.
Fantastic. Okay, I just like to mention here that our lecturers, they are very passionate about what they do. I myself am really grateful to them, to be honest, because they really do go that extra mile to ensure that our students learn, okay? And sometimes maybe certain concepts need a little bit more time to be understood by students. So what we have is what we call a mentorship program. It really is the extra coaching that our lecturers extend to students. Okay, so no student is left behind. And what you see there on screen is one of our lecturers bringing students through a usage of investment of an investment software in our computer lab. Okay, so we also have labs that will facilitate your learning according to the modules that you take. Okay, right. We also have a business club. This business club of ours helps to organize field trips and industry talks where students are able to engage with professionals in the industry, okay, in order to find relevance in whatever they learn in the classroom to what is practiced in the industry. Okay, so when you join as a student at MDIS, there will be these field trips to companies, whether is it to learn about their marketing. For example, we go to Google to to learn about how Google does it with search engine optimization that they're so good at. Okay, or it could be for those of us who are pursuing, say, accountancy. Okay, we'll go to a place like a CPA Australia, where they can give you options as to how you can further certify yourself. Okay, as an accountant, accountancy as an accountant. Okay, or an aspiring accountant. All right. Okay. Nicholas, you have been part of our bonding sessions as well, organized by a business club, right? Can you just describe some of those sessions? I think you all have a fair bit of fun at those sessions.
Well, the bonding session is actually very great lah. It was actually very well. I do meet a lot of friends there as well. Yeah, there's a lot of students from many different countries. There's Vietnam, China, Singapore, and many other else. So actually, we do a lot of fun things together there. Yeah.
Sure. For yourself as an Indonesian at MDIS, there's also I think it's a community a community club, I would say, for Indonesians. You want to just describe that to us?
Yes.
There is a club at MDIS for Indonesian students. Would you like to just highlight that?
Yeah. Okay. So in MDIS we actually do have our own community as well. We call it as Kumis. So this we can call it as an organization. So basically, this small organization was created in, I think, in early 2017 or 2018. So basically just want to gather all of the Indonesians there, so we could know more each other better. Yeah.
Sure. I'd just like to say that we have students from up to about 80, 30 different countries. Okay, right? And they can be from as far-flung as Paraguay,
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, so it is a very vibrant place at MDIS, and as we understand, diversity will allow for greater conversation, more exchange of ideas, and from there, a greater networking. Okay, right? So no matter whether you are from India, China, like Nicholas from Indonesia, you have fellow students, okay, from your own country studying with us, okay, and you will definitely be able to network with people from different countries, and at the same time be able to interact with, I would say, fellow countrymen and women. Okay, right? So it is a place whereby all students are made to feel very welcome and made to feel comfortable in. Okay. Okay. We talked about the classroom facilities and how it is really conducive for learning, and the pictures there show a typical class size, okay, for our classes. Of course, well, depending on the level of the educational program, okay, the lecturer to student ratio varies. Okay, so the pictures that you see there, this is for our diploma classes, okay, and it's slightly larger, right? For our MBA programs and our bachelor degree programs, they are, for the MBA, it's about 1 to about 20, okay, and our degree programs, it's about 1 to about 30. Okay, sometimes for the MBA, it can go up to about 25, okay, but it doesn't get too large, all right? Okay, we have a very good, I would say, recreational facilities available for you. For those who need accommodation, there we have a hostel, okay, right on campus. Nicholas stayed there. He found it very convenient because he just needed to walk downstairs. He goes to class. Never late, I know. Nicholas was never late. We also have a gym for those who are into fitness. And of course, we have a canteen as well, okay? All on the same premises. I would like to just take this chance to mention that in all our different countries, Singapore included, and really just around the world, a business degree will find you a job, because we know that businesses drive the economy, all right? And in any company and organization, we need marketers, we need salespeople, we need the finance department to make sure that our monetary resources are kept in check as an organization, and it's utilized properly, effectively, and efficiently. General business administration is so important in order to keep the company running productively. Okay, so you will be able to find jobs regardless of which territory that you are from. All right. For example, Vietnam, I know that your country is growing at about 6-7% a year. Okay, right? China included. India is always bustling. So all your countries are all growing at very good rates, growth rates. And so, with a business a degree, even a diploma, you will be able to find a job. Okay. I'm just going to touch on the programs now. Okay, I've talked about how we have a slew of programs, and indeed we do. If I can start right at the very bottom of that, at entry level, our foundation diploma runs for 6 months. It gives students that chance to get the fundamentals of business principles and practices, okay, learned. And from there, you go on to do our diploma, okay, that which will further allow you to deep dive into what you learned at the International Foundation Diploma stage. And from there, you progress, okay, depending on which route you want to pursue. For those who want to take our finance, who want to eventually join the financial industry or the finance industry, there is in the program by Bangor University called Business Studies and Finance, right? So that's the program that you see there on the left, okay? And subsequently, if you want to still learn more about banking and finance, they have an MBA in banking and finance, okay? And for those of us who want to pursue a general management bachelor degree, University of Sunderland has a Bachelor of Arts, Business and Management. That's the one that Nicholas pursued, okay? Where after your diploma, you go into that and study over 18 months, okay, as a full-time student, right? And you do your year 2 and year 3 of that degree program, okay? Now, if you want to take marketing, right, which is on the extreme right, that pathway would require you to take an advanced diploma first, and then you take this marketing bachelor degree by University of Sunderland, okay, for a period of only 9 months, because our advanced diploma is endorsed by University of Sunderland to be equivalent to a year 2 university degree, okay, right? We also do have a master programs under University of Sunderland. I'm going to reserve that time for Dr. Derek Watson and Ms. Karen Wharton later. Okay, and I'm just going to move on to my next slide, because I'd like to give a little bit of time also to airline and airport management, which is a degree program of ours that it's very interesting, especially for those who are working currently in the airline airport industry. Okay, or could be thinking of going into the airline airport industry. We know that the airline and airport industry now is affected by the health issue that we all face. But really, the so-called dark clouds will go away, and it will be revived again. Okay, so I would say that if you are in that industry, you would want to think about maybe taking the opportunity to upgrade, okay, by taking this degree program of ours. It is only for 9 months. If you take our advanced diploma, okay, and go into that degree program, or if you are a current working professional thinking of converting and moving into this area, you could also talk to our sales consultants, whom I will introduce in a bit. Okay, right? After that program, really, for those of us who want to go on and pursue a master program, you can most certainly do so, as the fishbone chart shows. Okay, the schematic that I have here shows. Okay, right? Please allow me to just mention that we also have online MBA programs. I think studying online is I would say, a preference of some of us, because as busy professionals, we will find that it's convenient where you can study anytime, anywhere, and on any gadget. Okay, so we do have an MBA in leadership and innovation. I'll just leave the modules there. For those of us who are intending to learn in more detail about how you use creativity to improve your work processes, this is one program for you, as well as how to be a better leader, maybe. Okay, right. We also have an online program by Edinburgh Napier University, okay, called MBA in International Marketing, again for those marketers of us out there who want to study more in detail about global marketing and strategic brand management. For you.
Welcome, everyone.
We also have
I wanted to give you kind of a good overview of what our program looks like.
Sorry,
so I thought of kind of broken.
Yeah, okay, I paused it already. For University of Plymouth, our other partner university, we have a Master of Science, Digital and Social Media Marketing. The voiceover that you heard earlier was our partner from that university for this program. Again, a Master of Science, okay, in a very interesting area now and very necessary area for all marketers, and that is digital and social media marketing. For those of us who are as marketers, I want to pursue and learn more knowledge in digital marketing, okay, and they understand why people are so driven towards social media usage. This is definitely one program for you to consider. Okay, right? There are 6 modules to take plus 1 project. And as you can see from this slide, they are really interesting.
I wanted to give you kind of a good.
Okay, I won't put it as on full screen. You can see that you have some very useful modules there, like analytics and database and databases, as well as research methods. And I think in this current day and age, you need to know about your customers. Okay, and what better way than to learn about how they think, why they act in a certain way, so that you can come up with better strategies, better marketing strategies. Okay, right? This particular program, the Master of Science, it's all coursework based, so there are no exams for it, all right? Okay, I'll leave admissions to a more detailed consultation session that you can have with us. Entry requirements, English entry requirements are something, it's a general requirement, so to speak, which I thought I should just share with everyone. Okay, so this table that you see here gives us an idea of at IELTS level what we need to attain in order to get into an MBA, for example, or bachelor degree in the second row. Okay. If I may, I just be allowed to highlight about our doctorate in business administration. Okay, right. This is an applied research professional doctorate, and it's definitely suited to those of us who want to deep dive, okay, and come up with in the process of research, come up with recommendations for a business problem that we encounter in our workplaces. Okay, right. I will give you an idea of the profile of students who take this program with us. Current stage, we have 50 students on this program spread across. We have had 4 intakes already. Okay, the very first intake is doing their thesis at the moment, and you can tell from here at management level, the bottom right. Okay, we are looking at really middle level and management. Middle level management and above of working professionals who are students with us. Okay, so like what I mentioned earlier, you can expect such a demographic because this program gives you that opportunity as a working professional to consider, okay, a business problem that you may find at your workplace. Okay, bring it up as a research topic. With research objectives and research questions that you will find information to, and then come up with conclusions after that research about what the research questions you had wanted to ask at first, okay, when you started, and the answers that you discover, you will be required to come up with recommendations as to how to solve some of the research questions that you had started with. Okay, so I think in terms of the students that you interact with on this program, they are, I would say, middle and upper level management individuals, which gives you a great opportunity for both networking as well as exchange of business ideologies and ideas. Okay. Certainly a program by not only to enhance and improve ourselves as individuals, I guess, from an academic point of view, but also really will help us in our careers as well. Okay, right. At this point, Wei Lun, Brendan and Darren, Darren may not be with us. Can you put yourselves on camera, please? And in maybe about 3 minutes, Wei Lun will be sharing with you, okay, our participants, what they kind of, I would say, grants, okay, during this very interesting 2 days of our virtual learning festival, our prospective students are offered. So we have Wei Lun. Wei Lun, we want to say hello.
Hi, hello everyone.
Hi, and then Brendan, you're around with us as well, right?
Yeah, hi, hello.
Hi, okay, Brendan, Mohit may not be with us. Everyone, these are our program consultants. They are the people that can advise you on the program that is most suited for you, as well as you know, things like course fees and so forth. Okay, so maybe Wei Lun, you got some maybe, if I can term it as goodies for our participants. Maybe we start with application first.
Sure. Hi, hello everyone. This is Wei Lun here. And I will be guiding you through our online application process and also share with you some of the exclusive study grants that you get to enjoy when you apply for a course with us this learning festival. Yep. So in the meantime, right, if you have any question, please feel free to drop us a line in the chat section of this video. We will attend to your inquiry shortly. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, how to apply? 3 easy steps for you here. Choose and click the course that you would like to apply for on our course listing page. So I've actually included this URL link in the chat section of this video. You can copy and paste it onto your web browser if you like. So step 2, when you navigate through, click on the Apply Now button on the course information page. So at this point, right, you will be asked to key in your personal particulars, including your email, and you'll also be prompted to make the application fee payment online. Okay. So last step, once you are done, an email confirmation will be sent to you. And there will be a web link in the email for you to click on to complete the online application form. So once you're done with the 3 steps, right, our program consultant will get in touch with you coming Monday to follow up with your application and also the document submission.
Thank you, Wei Lun.
Yep.
Maybe we just share with our
Yep.
Maybe we share with our participants this slide.
Mm.
Application fees.
Yep. So for the table shown here, right, you'll see the respective application fee for the course level.
Okay. Yep. I think
So
this is quite clear lah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, and
You
then
can take a
I
screen
think
capture
this is
if
the
you want.
goodie. Yeah. Okay, Wei Lun.
Yep.
Okay,
So,
these are the grants.
study grant, yes. So when you apply with us today or tomorrow, 17, 18 July, you'll automatically get to enjoy a study grant of up to $5,000 for our year 2020 intakes. So the table here you see, there's column A and column B, right?
Yeah.
So when you apply today or tomorrow, you will get the rebate from column A and column B. But if you need some time to think about it, we will extend the rebate of column A till next Sunday, 26 July.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay, good.
So in addition to this Learning Festival study grant, right, we have also recently introduced our Education Recovery Grant. So this is exclusive to all Singapore citizens and PR. Yeah, so up to $2,000 for grab. For more information, right, you can contact our program consultant. So based on the highest rebate combination, our program consultant will share with you the highest rebate that is applicable for you when you apply with us. So don't worry about the jargons. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, I think everyone, I'll leave the Q&A till later. This juncture, I would like to introduce from University of Sunderland, Dr. Derek Watson and Ms. Karen Wharton. University of Sunderland has been our partners, partner university from the UK for a total of 16 years. We are very proud of this partnership of ours with them. Okay, and they will share with us because at MDIS Business School, we have several business programs that are offered with University of Sunderland. They will share with you those programs as well as really that kind of credibility that comes with the program. But before that, let me just quickly mention, all of us take an educational program so that we can go on to get a job. Okay, as full-time students and really also as part-time students is available to you, we have a career assistance unit at MDIS, okay, that can advise you on the best jobs. Okay, and like I mentioned earlier, I think it's a good segue to bring in Dr. Watson and Ms. Karen Wharton. 80% of University of Sunderland graduates get a job in 6 months. I think that's quite a phenomenal statistic. So Dr. Watson and Ms. Karen Wharton, the airtime is yours, please. All yours.
Okay.
I will stop sharing this screen, and then at any time, if you all have any material, please just put it up. Okay. Okay. All yours.
So, well, thanks very much, Ignatius, and it's really nice to catch up, and it's really lovely to see your team because we, as you said before, we do work really closely together. So, just a quick introduction. I'm Karen Wharton, and I'm the program leader for the MBA for our international partnerships. I'm the centre leader for MDIS actually, so I work very closely with the team over in Singapore. It's my pleasure today to talk about the MBA. I'm going to share my screen, okay? So here we go. Ta-da. Right. Yes, so the University of Sunderland it's a top UK university, and we are a leader in international education. We work very collaboratively with MDIS, and I would go as far as saying we're very much a team. We co-create the programs, ensure that we're delivering a quality program that meets the needs of the students that study at MDIS. So it's very much a joint operation. So just to let you see where Sunderland is, we're up in the northeast of England. We have a number of international partnerships. So as I said, we're experts in international education. So I'm going to talk about the MBA just in a broad sense, but then also talk about our MBA program. And I'm sure that those of you that are here today and are interested in hearing about MBAs may already know some of this, but hopefully I can help you with that journey of decision making, and because it's a difficult one. So firstly, MBAs are distinctive business masters qualifications, and an MBA is a recognised qualification worldwide, and because of that, it's a benchmark for career development. So students will take an MBA because they want to accelerate or advance their career, maybe into a different sector. So learning about organisations that operate in different sectors, or it might be that you just want to understand how different functions work. Maybe you're thinking of moving into another function to work or enhance your career in the position that you're looking to specialise in. So career progression really is the main reason for choosing an MBA. So just to talk a little bit about our MBA, I've highlighted a few of the programme benefits, and I'll firstly just go through those, and then we'll look a little bit more at the actual programme content, and then we'll recap with some of the benefits of how Sunderland and MDIS work together on this programme. So the first point that I have here is, well, firstly, MBAs, you do an MBA broadly because you want to develop your strategic ability, your leadership, your management skills. And that's the reason why MBAs are interesting to potential students. But then you need to start to look at the actual nuts and bolts of the programme and see whether it is the programme for you. So our MBA, if I say that it equips you with the tools to become a confident and strategic leader, that might seem like a little bit of a bland phrase, but the word that's really important here is the word confident, because when we get on to look at the programme content of our MBA, I think what we'll realise is you're not just acquiring knowledge in certain subjects. There's a big focus in our programme on the application of knowledge and the acquisition of skills. And that links back to exactly what Ignatius was talking about before, about being work ready and feeling confident to go into the workplace. It's a dynamic and contemporary programme, and we develop some of the content for the modules specifically with MDIS to make it relevant to the context that the students are studying in. But it's contemporary. So there's a big focus in this programme on what are the current challenges in business. We look at contemporary case studies, focus on, tech companies, digital organisations. This is the way the world is moving, and we've seen that very, very distinctly just recently about how new challenges can be thrown up and businesses have to adapt. So we ensure that we keep our programme current and contemporary. Employers are looking for students that can think outside of the box. Every organisation is working in a fiercely competitive environment. And if we can recognise innovative or entrepreneurial opportunities that will take the business forward, then that's a great thing. And there's very much a focus in our programme on developing those skills, problem-solving skills. Looking at organisations holistically, rather than looking at an organisation functionally in terms of looking at the marketing in a silo, or HR as a silo, or finance as a silo, our MBA very much looks at the organisation and how all these functions work in a cross-functional way, how they are interdependent on each other. So that's another key strength of our programme. We look at the cross-functional working of organisations. Ignatius covered in his presentation earlier about the quality of the teaching at MDIS, and I just can thoroughly endorse that, as I know the teaching teams here really, really well. Our programme is research informed, and that comes from the module leaders in the UK, but also the teaching team and the tutors at MDIS. So, you know, it's current, the knowledge, the theory. Many of the tutors at MDIS are writing articles for journals, as are the tutors at Sunderland. So there's a research-informed emphasis on the teaching. And then once again, I think Ignatius and I are very like-minded in the key information that we've drawn together today. Criticality. Our MBA will provide you with the skills to lead critically. So that means looking at the decisions that leaders and managers are faced with today, and how you approach that decision making, you know, to ensure that it's supported, measured, and informed. Okay, so those are just a few of the overall benefits of the programme, or the skills and knowledge that you will acquire if you study the MBA with us. So the MBA, the Sunderland MBA, there are six modules. It's a 180 credit programme, and you can see the credit weightings alongside those module titles there. And what I thought would be a good approach to this is just to not go over the top in terms of exactly what you will study on this, but I think what I've done is I've pulled out a few of the benefits of each module, so that you can see, you know, how this subject relates to some of the points that I've made earlier with the first slide. So, financial management and control. When you study this module, you'll gain a good understanding of the knowledge of the finance function. You'll understand the key financial statements, quantitative, qualitative accounting information. But linking it to what I said earlier about the organisation and how the functions, fit within the holistic workings of the organisation, you'll be looking at evaluating financial frameworks to support business proposals, that are underpinning business ideas, business solutions, and also, very importantly, learn how to interpret, but also communicate information and data-related information effectively. So all this is, in pursuit of achieving the overall business objectives. Strategic management in an international context. There is very much a global focus in our programme. We're all organisations are operating in a global world. Even if we just look at who their competitors are now, we operate in a digital environment, and the global and international context is increasingly important. So here we will look at the link between strategy management and leadership, and how that integrates into organisational performance. You'll look at management and leadership skills in terms of leading strategically, and identifying opportunity to explore and exploit opportunities in pursuit of corporate profitability. So what we also look at here, though, is very much the dynamic external environment, and how that environment can very quickly change. We only have to think back a few months to see how businesses that are on track, all of a sudden something happens in the external environment, and we're back. We have to rethink the whole plan. So that's what we look at in our strategy module, the long-term strategic operation of the organisation. Value creation in organisations is the perfect example of looking at organisations in a cross-functional manner. So here we've taken two functions of the business, operations and marketing, and we very much look at how they integrate, how they have to work together. Marketing at the front end, identifying customer needs, targeting customer needs, looking at the customer journey, understanding what the customers want, but at the end of the day, we have to understand how feasible it is to fulfill these customer needs and wants. So we look at how the operations side of the business links in with marketing, which in total links in with the strategic direction of the organization.
Yes, thank you, Karen. Karen, sorry, if I can go on to just ask, because you have this MBA program at University of Sunderland for several years now, you have had quite a few batches of graduates. If you could share with us, how are those graduates doing at the moment in terms of their careers? Because I'm very certain that many grateful students would have come back to you to just update yourself of where they are now in their careers.
Yeah, they're doing very well. Our graduates are working in the variety of different industry sectors. We've got graduates that go into supply chain, logistics, banking, international banks, consultancy, managerial roles, marketing organizations, tech companies, and they do keep in touch with us. We have a very strong alumni at the university, and a lot of our MBA graduates keep in touch through that. But I think also the MBA qualification is quite unique in terms of there's a general network of students that do MBAs, and I think that provides a very strong connection in the business world.
Lovely, thank you. If you don't mind, in order to just allow some time, because we only have that amount of time for students to ask questions, maybe we could bring on Dr. Derek Watson. I think Dr. Watson has a couple of things to share with us today as well, right?
Yes, sure. Yes. Would you like me to answer questions, or would you like me to do a short presentation?
Please, just that short presentation, please, because I know you have prepared something for us today.
Sure, I'll just share my screen.
Sure. I'm wondering whether if Miss Karen may have to stop sharing screen first.
Right.
Thanks a lot. Karen, thank you so much for the insight into the MBA program. Dr. Watson,
no
please.
problem.
Yeah.
So, Ignatius, can you see my slides?
Yes.
Right, great. So, yes, very pleased to be here. I have been to Singapore once, and I certainly want to get there again. But my name is Dr. Derek Watson, Associate Professor at the University of Sunderland. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk to you why 2020 is a very good year to enroll at MDIS. Now, what I would like to do, one second. Yes, just figured out how to use the slides on sharing screen. So what I want to do is to get the prospective students to really think about what are their plans, their life plans. And this is where I'm going to quickly feed in a joke. How do you make your God laugh? By telling him or her your life plans. Things never turn out, but what you do need a plan. And this is what we'll educate you. We'll teach you on the various programs, the undergraduate and postgraduate degrees. The Chinese say, and you may have heard this saying, in life, you either go forwards or backwards. So this message is, if you're thinking about deferring a year, think again, because that'll be a step backwards where your fellow students or your competitors will be one step ahead. So bear that in mind. And what we can say is, I guess it's a sign of getting older. The years go past very quickly. So once again, I would tell students or prospective students, do not hold back. if it's in your dreams, in your goal, in your vision or your strategy, your plan, then certainly enroll. Because we all have a shelf life, and it is a very competitive world out there. And one thing education does, it keeps you in the game. It keeps you competitive. And without this educational upskilling, you'll quickly find yourself or your shelf life depleting very quickly indeed. Mark Twain said, the two most important days in your life, the day you're born and the day you found out why. And this is what we will teach you when you come to class. And this is the benefit. You get a university degree while studying in Singapore, and that has global attraction. It is quite unique. So the education, there are many educational courses within that. You really need to speak to Singapore, the team in Singapore, and they will advise you which is the best fit for you. And yes, we've heard about COVID on a regular basis, how it's gripped the global economy. In February or January, there were press articles coming out of the West, the UK, the US, and further afield, saying that the general trend would be students would defer a year. That was quickly disproved. That was nonsense. What we're seeing is a high take-up of students because students see the value. This is an ideal time to embark on a developmental program, undergraduate or postgraduate, such as our MBA. So what I do is test the water, come and talk to the staff in Singapore at MDIS and talk to them and find out why, what are the benefits of coming to the institute. And don't forget, you're not just coming to one institute, you're coming to two institutes, University of Sunderland and MDIS. Qualifications are a passport, and I like to use the example of the MBA. It's a global passport, well recognized, and if you're on the undergraduate degree or thinking about doing an undergraduate degree, then set your sights on possibly embarking, when you finish that, on the MBA program. So what I've mentioned before briefly is there are a lot of programs out there, a lot of universities. Which one do you want to choose? Now, what I do feel passionate about, and it's been mentioned before, Karen alluded to this, University of Sunderland and MDIS are a family. We are as one. We have a very close link that has been nurtured over the years. So when you enroll, you have the MDIS staff and you have the university staff together, providing a rich tapestry of learning. One thing also, which was mentioned, you will get a great deal of exposure with your qualifications. And once again, it's not just your qualifications, and I'm going to justify that. It's the learning journey that you're exposed to at MDIS with the support of the University of Sunderland that will give you that confidence, that aspiration, that you can achieve that, not a job, a career path with progression. And I want to emphasize that. It's well over 80% of our students get jobs within the first 6 months, but we provide students with progression, a career. Our courses at the University of Sunderland and at MDIS are rather like a sat-nav system. It clearly talks you through or navigates you through the program. And this will help comfort you or support you throughout that learning journey. We also pride ourselves between the two partnerships. We have a curriculum that is progressive. It does not stand still. So we will not be using case studies or examples in the main from the 70s or 80s. We may draw on key examples, but we will very much look at today's economic arena. We're already bringing in the influence of COVID-19, how that's affecting the economy. So what you're getting is, you're getting very up-to-date information. So when you go for a job interview, you're not talking about the 70s, 80s or 90s or early 2000s. You are talking about current affairs in 2020, 2021. It's also been mentioned through Karen and yourself, the academic team. We pride ourselves. When you come to class, you won't just be getting a teacher. What you'll be getting is someone who has worked in the commercial arena, but has also converted that experience into academic papers. And once again, you've got a blend of MDIS tutors and University of Sunderland academics and tutors. And that brings a lot of information to the table for your students. It's also about knowledge acquisition. So what we'll do with MDIS, students will come in and invariably they will work with live organizations. So don't worry about this. We've got a very thorough induction program. We will educate you, we will support you, but you will be working with live organizations and acquiring that skill, that terminology to enhance your employability. You'll also, and I think 30 different countries, you said, students from around the world at MDIS. So when you come to class, you'll develop lifelong friendships, and this will evolve into our alumni association. So yes, you'll get your qualification, but you'll still want to keep in touch with MDIS and the University of Sunderland. And because of COVID-19, some of our courses may be online. However, what we've actually found is we're providing one-to-one support, we're providing additional advice, guidance, and we've actually found the feedback from our students. They're very much enjoying this online support service. Once again, going back to, for example, the MDIS, it will open not just one job, door for a job, it will open many jobs. So what we'll do at MDIS and the university, we will help structure your resume to apply for different jobs in the job market. So by enrolling on the program, you're not confined to one specific market segment. So you'll meet many students. You will be rewarded, not in dollars or sterling, but you will be rewarded in self-growth. I guarantee you, and you need to speak to Nicholas. Nicholas will support this, your self-growth. We will also provide you with ample opportunities for employability through our live assignments. You'll develop a relationship. Your assessments, formative. Each week, you'll be given feedback on your current performance. These won't contribute to your formal classification, but it's a great indicator on what you're doing and what you need to do to improve or enhance. I've talked about the curriculum with progression, and also you'll have a global experience. It's not just Singapore examples. These will be examples, case studies, and exposures from around the world, as well as job opportunities.
Yes,
The MD. Sorry.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. Sorry. I'm. You know, this is such an interesting picture of the A team, and if we could just kind of just go on to introduce our next segment. But before I do that, I would say that maybe Dr. Watson, just using this last picture as a quick recap, could you just complete that afternoon of your segment with Ms. Karen Wharton, please?
Yeah, sure. University of Sunderland, MDIS are a family. Our #1 priority is the student. So when you come to us, you are top of the list. And what we do is we provide the infrastructure to give you the knowledge, skills, ability, and confidence to not just apply for a job, but to launch into your career. And we have a proven track record. So what I recommend prospective students out there, you can speak to the MDIS team. I guess you can also speak to Karen and myself at a later date, but we will answer your questions. But one message I want to send, and I'll end on this point. 2020 is an ideal year to enroll on your educational journey. So don't sit back. Push yourself forward and enroll and seek the benefits of enrolling early. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Thank you, Ms. Karen Wharton. Really, that 16 years of our partnership, I absolutely agree that we have made it even stronger, and we'll continue to make it really, really strong through our programs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dr. Watson, Dr. Watson, if you could stop sharing screen, I'll just very quickly like to introduce our next session, please. Thank you. Okay, so everyone, I've seen that there are questions that have come in, and that's fantastic. We'll get to your questions. Our program consultants will definitely get back to you, okay? I just like to highlight that at this very time now, you can switch on to our next session, and it's also with our lecturer from the business school. This whole segment from 4 to 6 is a business school segment, so to speak. Okay, and so please do join Dr. Albi. Okay, and he will tell you about education and the digital economy. Very interesting talk. So with that, I would like to thank once more everyone for this afternoon. From Nicholas to everyone who put this together, Dr. Watson and Miss Karen, thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. I know it's just the morning in the UK, but thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll definitely catch up again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Take
everything
care.
was really insightful. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.